Air conditioned, basically. This is where athletes are kind of hanging out between events. Yep. The warm-up area is back here. That's the volunteer lounge for volunteers coming in here. And then Horacio said, well, we set you over there.
For me, I grew up in a Christian home. I was born Catholic, raised Catholic. When we moved to Tennessee, there weren't many Catholic churches. Baptized at 3 months old in the Catholic church. When we moved to Tennessee, we kind of moved away from an actual Catholic church. Went to a Presbyterian church, went to a Baptist church, but it was always, for me, it was always something I had to do. Not, obviously I wanted to go, but more of like, hey, we go to church on Sundays. That's what we do. And almost like a ritualistic or a law-based, if you want to look at it that way. And so in 2010, when I got second at the games, was so close. I'd put so much of who I was and my self-worth and my identity in this thing, CrossFit, a worldly thing. And to get second, people will say, well, it's a great accomplishment. For me, it was awful. Hated it, hated myself, just was not in a good place. But I'd put so much self-worth into this worldly thing. Like I wanted to do good in CrossFit because I wanted people to be proud of my family, of all that type of stuff. And so I had put so much of myself into this. And luckily, I had a good group of friends and some people that really poured into me and started asking me some tough questions. And I had a buddy that said, "Hey, if you were to die today, would you go to heaven?" I said, "Yeah, of course I would." I was saved when I was 13. I was baptized when I was 3 months old. And I started thinking, I was like, man, by myself, I'm like, would I really go to heaven? And I was like, all right, I need to really start thinking about this. I read the Bible every night and I prayed, but it was more of like looking for verses that would help me in my situation. And it was praying for things to help me. It wasn't like, hey, God, what can I do for you? Very selfish, very me driven faith. I had some friends, and so I was like, I'm going to start reading in Matthew. So I started reading Matthew, went through the whole gospel, and I was like, man, Jesus was baptized when he was 30 years old. Why can't I get baptized at 23? But, I felt nothing wrong with, the baptism at 3 months old or whatever it is, but I wanted to make the choice that, hey, I'm getting baptized. And so from then on, it was like, hey, God, it was a switch of, God, what can you do for me? Versus now it's, what can I do for God? And that's the whole thing in Jesus, and telling people about, it's not CrossFit that defines who I am, it's Christ. And it doesn't matter what I do, all these worldly things or even the bad things that I do, it's Christ that is the outward projection. Tattoo on my side, the Galatians 6:14, man, never boast in anything except for the cross of the Lord Jesus Christ, which was crucified to me and I to the world. And that's just a daily reminder that it doesn't matter what I do, and the physical things that I do or accomplish are nothing compared to what he did for us. And my way to glorify him is by expressing my fitness. And so it's a daily call.